That thing you do at classical concerts, sitting perfectly still, barely breathing, terrified to unwrap a cough suite, Mozart would have found it deeply weird. The idea that you're supposed to sit in reverent silence at a classical concert, that's not an ancient tradition. That was invented by the gramophone. Many of Mozart's premieres happened in gambling halls, restaurants and boarding houses, cards being dealt, wine poured, gossip flowing, all while the music played. Then there was Franz Liszt. Audiences didn't just come to listen, they came to witness. Before a single note, he'd stride on stage and hurl his gloves and handkerchief to the floor. The crowd went wild. He played so ferociously that strings snapped mid-performance, so he kept 2 or 3 pianos on stage. When one broke, he'd drag out a replacement and keep going. In Vienna in 1838, after wrecking a second piano, he announced he hadn't been satisfied and would play the whole piece again. They cheered. Clara Schumann, one of the century's greatest pianists, was spotted during intermission sitting among the audience, knitting, until it was time to play again. And audiences gave back everything they got, bursting into applause, shouting bravo in the middle of a piece the moment something brilliant happened, because something brilliant had happened and they wanted the performer to know. Then, in the 20th century, recordings arrived. Listening became something you did alone, in silence, and that silence crept into the hall. By 1931, Rachmaninoff measured his audience not by applause but by coughing. Too much of it meant they were restless, and he'd quietly drop the next variation. The audience became observers, the performer untouchable. The music, a kind of worship not to be disturbed. It's a beautiful tradition, but Liszt's audiences stamped and shouted with joy, and he loved them for it. And Mozart, who premiered his works in rooms full of gamblers and gossip, still managed to write some of the most transcendent music the world has ever heard. The silence came later, the music came first. More stories from classical music history follow along.